Hello, it's Vlogmas Day 18 and it's already about 5:30 in the evening. I didn't really have, the time or anything much of note to vlog about early in the day. I'm about to head out in a few minutes to go to the Staples to pick up my little project that I had printed, and I'll bring those home and make sure they look good. And if they do look good, then I'll wrap them up for Christmas. I did have kind of a lower key work day today because it is that week before Christmas and many people are off on holidays already. And I did have, I would say, a very important interview that I think went all right. I'm looking at making a lateral move where I work already. It would just be a move from one position to another position with a different team, and I'd had sort of an informal, very laid back informal interview last week, and then today I met with a couple of managers from the team that I'd spoken to last week, and it sounds like the interview went okay. I did unfortunately my social anxiety kicked in, and as often happens, when I'm trying to speak about myself in a more formal environment, within a couple minutes of starting to, explain my background and who I was, I had what I call the anxiety tremors kick in, and I don't get them so much anymore, but it was certainly much more of a problem, when I was a kid, a teenager, even into my early 20s. But now it's very, very rare that it happens. But I did get a little bit of the anxiety tremors, and that's sort of where, it comes on you all of a sudden, and it literally feels like my body is shaking a bit, and like I can feel it through my chest and up into my neck. But, this was an interview virtually. And so I could see my own face in the camera, and I was very much relieved to see that, the tremors, the shaking wasn't visible, and, my voice wasn't affected by it. So I was able to keep speaking, and within about a minute or two, it completely passed, and I was fine. But as you can imagine, it's sort of hard to keep your train of thought when you're trying to keep your entire body from, shaking a bit. And I guess that's sort of the residual symptoms of the social anxiety that I dealt with a lot when I was younger, that has sort of gone away with age. But of course, and I'm sure everyone feels some degree of, anxiety when they're going into an interview like that, or giving a large presentation. And I find for the most part, if I just, acknowledge that it's going to be perfectly fine and work through it, then it pretty much goes away and I'm fine, and I can have that, conversation, that interaction. And most days I don't even think about it. It's just, on these rare occasions when there's something really important that I'm a little bit nervous about presenting myself well, that's where it does, kick in a little bit. But as I said, it passed within a minute or two, and I was good to go. And I felt like it was a very, very good, very, very good conversation and interview today. And we'll see where it goes. I'm hoping I'm offered the position because I would like to move into the particular, project and field in which the position is. And in terms of my career, it is an excellent time to be moving on to something new. So we'll see. But I am off to Staples to pick up my project, and when I get it, I'll show you what it is. Well, it was all for nothing because I went all the way to Staples, and the email that my order was ready for pickup was apparently sent in error, and it's not ready at all. So I'll have to wait another day or two to go and try and pick it up again. I'm back at my Christmas tree today because I've put all sorts of fun little things on the tree. This green velvet ribbon was wrapped around a gift yesterday, and this gold ribbon was as well. I was sitting here and I just sort of started putting all sorts of fun little trimmings on this tree. And there is one of the cards that I got yesterday, rocking around the Christmas tree. And we opened some Christmas crackers and I got a blue crepe paper crown. So I just tossed that on the tree too, because it matches my tinsel, and it fell off my head in the middle of Christmas tea. But I like that, just putting random little bits and whatnot on the tree as I accumulate them over the course of the Christmas season. And the cards I save, the ribbon probably will be either discarded or put with the wrappings to be reused next year, and won't be saved to be put on the tree again. But it's just sort of a tradition of mine, and sometimes if there's an especially good gift label, I'll just hang that on the tree and make that into an ornament. But let's call it for the day, Vlogmas Day 18. Yeah, it's the 18th of December, 7 days until Christmas.